Authorities are investigating after a 24-year-old woman was fatally shot in the face during an argument with two women. At around 11:30 p.m. on Sunday the 20th of August, authorities responded to the front of an apartment building at East 178th Street near Park Avenue in the Bronx, New York, on reports of a person shot. When officers arrived at the scene, they found an unresponsive woman with a gunshot wound. Medics transported her to the St. Barnabas Hospital, where she was pronounced dead. She was identified as LaShawn Andrews. During the investigation, authorities learnt that LaShawn got into a quarrel with two other women in front of their apartment complex. As the dispute escalated, one of the women retreated to a nearby vehicle, grabbed a handgun, came back and shot LaShawn once in the face. The shooter and the other woman then ran away and are being sought by police. Detectives recovered the gun at the scene. A 45-year-old neighbour known only as Elle Harris, who lived in the victim's building for 5 years, said she saw LaShawn hanging out with two women hours before the shooting. She said they looked nice and smelt good. She described LaShawn as a nice girl, pretty and always smiling. LaShawn's mother, 52-year-old Keisha Andrews, said her daughter was one of the most beautiful, humblest souls. She was full of life and loved her two boys aged 3 and 4. No arrests have been made to date, as the investigation into the matter continues. A man and two women are behind bars after a 3-year-old girl overdosed on fentanyl and a 1-year-old was found with burns all over his body drinking from a bottle filled with maggots. On Thursday the 17th of August, authorities responded to the 2100 block of Howard Road in Augusta, Georgia on reports of an unresponsive child. When deputies arrived, they found medics providing aid to a 3-year-old girl who was near death after ingesting a fatal amount of fentanyl. She was in a semi-conscious state and was administered Narcan to reverse the effects of the drug. Medics transported her to the Augusta University Medical Center, where conditions stabilized. While still at the residence, deputies found a 1-year-old boy with visible injuries. Officials noticed burns on his arms, hands and back that resembled an iron or grill pan. The boy was also transported to the hospital for treatment, where the medical staff found live maggots in the bottle from which the child had been drinking. The home was reportedly in a deplorable state, with no running toilets, exposed live wires, several buckets of human waste, insect-infested food, and drug paraphernalia throughout. Dangerous chemicals were also stored beside baby formula, and there were human feces and roaches throughout the home. Authorities said they were unable to find a single suitable area for a child to sleep, despite 4 children being in the home. The other 2 children, an 8-year-old and a 5-month-old, were removed from the home and taken to a local hospital for evaluation. On Friday the 18th of August, the child's parents, 41-year-old Matthew Moss and 34-year-old Talithia Brownman, along with 31-year-old Aisha Bartley, were arrested and charged with 2 counts of cruelty to children in the first degree, deprivation of a minor, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of used drug-related objects, and possession of cocaine. The investigation into the matter continues. A 36-year-old man is behind bars for multiple offences after terrorising the mother of his child. Moises May was charged with 1 count of kidnapping, intimidating a participant in the legal process, wanton endangerment, assault, terroristic threatening and harassment. At around 7 p.m. on Wednesday the 16th of August, authorities were called to a home at 1791 Bowling Avenue in Louisville, Kentucky after calls came in from neighbours reporting a woman screaming for help. When officers arrived outside the residence, they saw a woman in distress from the second-story window. After realising the front door to the home had been blocked, officers used a ladder to climb to the second-story window to reach the woman who was chained to the floor. The chain was bolted to the floor with screws and was secured around her neck by a padlock. An axe was used to remove the chains from the floor and rescue the woman from the home. Once outside, a bolt cutter was used to remove the chain around her neck. She was immediately treated by first responders. Investigators said that on Monday the 14th of August, Yona Wilso and Moises were arguing when things turned physical. Moises grabbed the woman and held her down on the bathroom floor, while he took a machete and cut off the majority of her hair. He also hit the woman and then she left. When she came back to the home on Wednesday the 16th of August to get her belongings, Moises locked the doors with a deadbolt only he had a key to, trapping her inside. Authorities said that Moises forced the woman to take some of her clothes off and told her, "You're gonna get it tonight." He said, "The next time you leave and don't come home, I'll kill you." He also slapped her. Afterward, he took her upstairs and chained her, telling her that he was going to kill her. Moises left the home with her chained and took her phone with him, so she couldn't call for help. The woman, however, was able to bust open a window and scream for help. Moises was arrested on the afternoon of Friday the 18th of August and appeared in court the next day where he pleaded not guilty. He's held at the Louisville Metro Department of Corrections with his bond set at $100,000. He's scheduled to reappear in court on the 28th of August. The investigation into the matter continues. A woman was arrested after attempting to smuggle drugs into a prison. On the morning of Sunday, the 20th of August, Jackson County deputies responded to the Graceville Correctional Facility in Florida when Brittany Danielle Davis was found hiding several small packages in and on her person. Inside the packages, deputies found 30 grams of meth, 18 grams of cocaine, 20 grams of marijuana, and 54 grams of synthesized cannabinoid, also known as K2. Authorities said that Brittany admitted to bringing the packages to an inmate. She was taken into custody and charged with trafficking meth, possession of marijuana with intent to deliver, possession of a synthetic cannabinoid with intent to deliver, possession of cocaine with intent to deliver, and introduction of a controlled substance into a correctional facility. The investigation into the matter continues.